This episode is brought to you by Jobs Ohio. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew you were ready to leave that big coastal city life behind? Whether it was an especially memorable traffic jam or losing your fourth bid on a house, the folks at Jobs Ohio want to hear about that last straw moment. Ohio is ready to welcome anyone who's looking for an all-around just better place to be. Share your story on Twitter with the hashtag #LastStrawStory.
Empire.
Hello and welcome to my podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the John Keim Report wherever you get your podcasts. And you can subscribe on YouTube as well at Empire Media. That's AMPIRE. Today, I'm joined by Washington's newest offensive lineman, Andrew Norwell, as we discuss his reunion with Ron Rivera and offensive line coach John Matskow, how basketball helped him playing guard, why he went from an undrafted free agent to the highest paid guard in the NFL, and the impact of his brother's cancer scare years ago. You can read my work on ESPN.com. There's a story up now about why running back J.D. McKissic wanted to return to Washington. What he didn't say or said he couldn't recall, the sequence of events that led to his reverse pivot. I know what I've heard here, that McKissic called position coach Randy Jordan after he agreed with Buffalo, who relayed to him that Washington had an offer for him. That started the ball rolling in Buffalo. The narrative you'll hear is different. So there you go. The hard part with that one is with the whole situation, it occurred during the legal tampering period. There are teams who don't like this period because it was not designed to finalize offers. It was designed to test the market. It quickly became the unofficial start of free agency, which is why you now have situations like this. And in the past, I know this team, and I've heard this before, that this team has lost players the same way, where they had agreement with the team, with a guy, and then he reversed course and went back to his old team. It's just not something that I'm not sure. Well, I've heard that from the past. I don't know exactly who, but I know that that's happened. Regardless, the story's up and McKissic is back. I like that they re-signed offensive tackle Cornelius Lucas because of his value as a swing tackle. They still need to add more bodies to the line, notably another guard. They do like Sadiq Charles. They really like Wes Schweitzer. But with Lucas, the depth is there at tackle, something they have tapped into each of the past 2 seasons. He started 15 games. It's funny because when we first saw him in training camp 2 years ago, he looked bad to the point where I'm like, they're going to cut this guy. He did not play to his size. Then he steadily improved and has become a solid backup. As a reminder, Washington is attending the pro days for all the top quarterbacks. While they're open to taking a quarterback, it's not going to happen at 11. But they do need points of comparison for all the quarterbacks because I could see one selected after round 1. So you want to know, how does a Desmond Ridder compare to a Kenny Pickett, to a Malik Willis, or even guys beyond those, the names I just said. I'm not sure how likely it is that they're going to take one in the second round, but it's not, or, after round 1, I should say, but it's not off the table. They do want to let Carson Wentz know that they're committed to him, and it's something I talked about the other day. They want to let him know they're committed to him, and taking a quarterback at 11 would run absolutely counter to that desire. They know this. And keep in mind that some of these schools, like Cincinnati, there are other players who could be in the mix at 11 as well, notably corner Ahmad Sauce Gardner. The Bearcats have a receiver who will be drafted at some point in Alec Pierce. Rivera attended UC's pro day on Thursday. They had a heavy contingent there. But Ohio State had its pro day the day before. It's a 90-minute drive away. It made sense to stick around the state. And again, they are interested in the quarterbacks. Plus, the other thing is you want to know which guys, who likes who, right? And you want to have a good idea of those guys in case some team wants to trade for one of those guys. Or if a team thinks, well, maybe Washington's starting to fall in love with this guy. Again, they're not taking one at 11. But the desire for them would be to make teams think they are, among other things. I think there's a lot of due diligence here. And of course, the Buckeyes have some top-end talent, of course, especially at receiver. And if I were picking one of those receivers, Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave, my personal thing would be to take Wilson at 11 if you're going to go receive of those two. He's versatile, a terrific route runner, fast, has outstanding hands. I like Olave a lot. I think Olave was a definite home run hitter in college. Wilson would be my choice of the two. He played in the slot at Ohio State. He played outside as well. That said, there are very good receivers after the first round. It's a deep draft at this position. And there are other good receivers in the first round as well. Drake London, the kid from Berks, is also a good receiver. So there are other choices, but I'm just saying of those two, since I mentioned Ohio State, Wilson would be the guy that I would take at 11 in that scenario. On the radio broadcast deal with 980 ended. I know that everyone always wants to attach a narrative to whatever happens here. The bottom line is, based on multiple conversations with people on both sides, it came down to money. Odyssey's offer was not close to what iHeart made. It's that simple. Nobody I've talked to on either side said it was really about anything else. There were annoyances, but this was a business deal. Do not liken this to the Anheuser-Busch pulling out situation. It's not the same thing. And while Bush never said why it did this, you can assume whatever you want. You're probably right, but they haven't said exactly why. I talked to somebody the other day who said it spoke volumes to him that Anheuser-Busch pulled out, knowing that the team wants to build this megaplex, which would certainly increase the reach of the advertisers. This person, who's been in the league a long time, still said he didn't think this would force the other owners to get Dan to sell. He quickly pointed to Bob Kraft, Jerry Jones, as guys who have had their own issues as reasons why. They have not been under that would be it. That's part of it. And other owners have their own issues that they don't want to come out. But it would be interesting to see what happens if more sponsors did pull out. And I also think in the whole radio station situation, I think the team could have handled it better by, once you tell 980, then announce the other station right away so you control the news. But that's a whole other issue. I will say, I wish we could just have one normal month here. Is that too much to ask? Anyway, back on the field. Washington is still looking for players, but none of the big splash varieties I'm sure you have deduced. Starlo Tulele is going to take his time. Still interest there, but we'll see what happens. Interest in linebacker Jermaine Carter, who played for Rivera in Carolina. He's still, to me, he's a backup if they sign him, but they absolutely need more depth at linebacker. In my mind, he would not feel what they need at the position to the level that they want, so the draft would remain an option. But you do need depth there. And right now, one of the approach they took 2 years ago, which I really liked when Kyle Smith was here and was Smith and Rivera, is they really attacked the depth. And I felt like in that, even though they were 7-9 that year, the reason why they could survive a lot of the injuries they did is because their depth was better. I think that's where they need to get to again. And don't forget, teams also cut guys after the draft, so others will come free. After the draft last year, they landed starting left tackle Charles Leno. They also traded for Eric Flowers, so it's always a fluid situation. Anyway, I enjoyed chatting with Andrew Norwell. So after this break, I'll share my conversation with Norwell. Find out how he made the leap from undrafted rookie to massive wealth and what he learned from his older brothers.
From scholarships to student services, ASA College provides the support you need to make earning a college degree accessible and attainable. Their industry-experienced instructors go beyond teaching. They coach towards career goals. And with on-campus, online, and hybrid learning options, ASA College is ready to show you why you should expect more from education. Enroll now and learn more at asa.edu.
Ever wondered where all the Quiznos went? Or how much a Chick-fil-A owner makes? What about how exactly someone gets started with owning a Planet Fitness? The Wolf knows. The Wolf of Franchises is an industry insider who breaks down the everyday franchises you know and love and introduces you to ones you never knew existed. Subscribe to the Wolf of Franchises newsletter at workweek.com/brand/the Wolf of Franchises.
Guys, if you're looking for that extra confidence when it's time to have a little bit of fun, let me tell you about Bluechew.com. Bluechew is a unique online service. It delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it comes in chewable form and it's at a fraction of the cost. Bluechew's tablets will help you combat all forms of ED. Plus, it's an online prescription service. No visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is really simple. Sign up at Bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you are approved, you'll receive your prescription within days, and the best part, all done online. Bluechew's licensed medical providers are going to work with you to find the right ingredient and the strength for your personal subscription. Plus, their tablets are made in the United States. They prepare, they ship direct, and it's so much cheaper than going through a pharmacy. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Bluechew free when you use our promo code KEIM, K-E-I-M, at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Bluechew.com, promo code KEIM, K-E-I-M, to receive your first month free. And we thank Bluechew for being a sponsor of our show.
Welcome back. Now here's my conversation with Washington's newest left guard, Andrew Norwell. Andrew, thanks a lot for coming on. I am curious. The first thing is, you were an undrafted free agent coming out of college.
Yeah.
Very shortly, you make an impact. What was it like to enter this league as an undrafted free agent? Was that a surprise? And how did you be able to move past that and succeed the way you have?
It was a little disappointing that I didn't hear my name called, but I got the opportunity with Carolina. Thank the Carolina scouts for bringing me on, and Dave Gettleman and all them guys. They saw a value in me, and just basically going in, just being rookie, just being quiet, learning everything, staying in my playbook, and learn the new techniques, because honestly, it's a big jump from college to the pros, and just learning the coaching and all the techniques that come with O-line in the NFL. So it was kind of, I was kind of, rookies, you don't know. So I just stuck, picked the older guy to follow, Ryan Cleo, and the older guys in the room. And it really made a big impact on me. And I just went to work every day, just put my head down, went to work. And, when I did finally get my opportunity, I never looked back. And so here we are now talking.
Yeah.
So,
and it's funny because you go from you went from undrafted to getting the highest contract ever for a guard. Was that mind-boggling to you, or do you look back and when you did it, do you say, "Hey, this is the work I put in"?
Yeah, that was the work I put in. I was very honored to be All-Pro in 2017, and prestigious honor. And I couldn't have done it without the help of my coaching and the players around me. And it's really, it was good. And just come to work every day, blue collar worker, and that's how the linemen are. And everybody works together, and got the opportunity, and just work hard every day.
Do you try to now that you're a veteran now, how much do you take what like Ryan Cleo did for you, and how much do you working with younger players to kind of pass it along?
Oh yeah, that's the whole objective as an older player, because you really want to see help out a younger guy and bring him up, and hey, if he's not doing something right, give him some pointers, just like a different, instead of the coach teaching him all the time, just give your viewpoints, and just give him positive feedback, and what he's doing wrong or whatnot, and just because I have a lot of experience, and the best way to learn is from other people's mistakes.
Right.
So that's how young guys learn, really.
And then you're reunited with Ron Rivera, John Matsko. How much did they help you, especially like Matsko? Because I know like linemen seem to really like the guy, and he's done a really good job. I guess that's why they like him.
Yeah.
What is it how did he help you? What's some areas specifically that did he help you?
Yeah. Just, he prepared everybody in the room as if they were a starter. First of all, because, you never know when someone's going to get down. You have to go in there, and, being in that position, you make the most of your opportunity, and he gets you prepared. Same with coach. He has daily team meetings every day. He's one of his things, control your ape, attitude, preparation, effort. And, I really took that to heart, and, you control those three things, simple three things every day. And, you're going to win that day, and it's just stacking day by day, because, this business is day by day, and just taking one day at a time.
We have heard that saying quite a few times the last
Yeah.
couple of years, in addition to all the other ones that we heard. But with John Matsko, like when you say prepare as a starter, what are the little things that he does? Because everybody wants to say that, but I've seen what he's done sometimes. So what are some of the little things that he would do to help you prepare as a starter when you knew you weren't playing?
Yeah, it's just all about the details and the fundamentals of playing the game. It's very specific in techniques, and he wants it a certain way, and that's what he wants. And you're not going to stray from it, and you're just going to do it, the right way every time. And being consistent, and is a big part of it. And just doing it the right way every time, and building your fundamentals, so you can fall back on, and focusing on the little details that really show up.
And you said that a lot of linemen have reached out to you already here. What did that mean to you?
Oh, it meant a lot. I really appreciate them, reaching out to me. It makes me feel welcome on the team, and it's just the environment, that coach is creating. Great, great roster with a great bunch of guys that can mesh well and play for each other on Sundays, and get the job done on Sundays and win.
What do you think for you? What do you feel like you add the most coming here?
Just my attitude and the way I go about my business. I take it very seriously, and obviously, I lock in and I relax a little bit, and just I take it very seriously. I love playing the game of football. It's a child's game that I'm still playing, and just the love of the game, really. I love football, love being around guys that love the game too, and who take it seriously also, and just how the way it's supposed to be played.
Have you ever forgotten that you went undrafted? I mean, do you still remind yourself of that to keep pushing yourself?
Sometimes, but it doesn't really matter to me, because I'm, made the opportunity. I got my opportunity. I worked hard, I earned it, everything. And someday, I'll sit back and reflect on it, but not now,
Yeah, because as you know, like some guys, they never forget, like that I was drafted in 5th round. I'll never forget that. And other guys, it's like, hey, I'm just in here and it doesn't matter. So
yeah, it doesn't matter. You get in there. It doesn't matter when you're playing. It doesn't matter where you were drafted or what.
You were also one of 7 kids, and I think the youngest of 3 brothers. How did that? Growing up I grew up with 5 siblings, or if I have 4 siblings, so there's 5 kids. So, but how did growing up in a family like that impact you and shape you?
Well, it was a really beautiful thing. I have my older brothers to look up to. They would beat up on me, playing as kids, backyard football or whatever, basketball, whatever it may be. But it was just, families are very, important, important to me. And I love my family, and it was a big part of my life.
How much older are your older brothers?
My one brother is 6 years older than me. He played at the University of Illinois football. And my other brother, I forget the age difference, maybe like 14 years older. He played Division II basketball at Northern Kentucky. Yep. And I think his coach said, if was like 3 inches taller, he could have been the best center in the that league at the time, which I don't know what they are now. But just looking up to my older brothers, them showing me what a competitor is, and just how it molded me. It was great.
How young were you when they're beating up on you like in backyard football? That
yeah, I was a big kid all my life, so just the older neighbor kid. I grew up in the suburbs of Cincinnati. Just having the neighbor, playing with the older neighborhood kids and stuff. It's just part of my childhood.
And because you also played high school basketball, was there ever a point where you were trying to decide which way to go, or were you?
No, I was never that good at basketball like my older brothers were. I think my brother Chris led the city of Cincinnati and scoring and rebounding for like 3
wow.
years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was never that good. I think I was a better football player than Chris. And basketball was, I was definitely passionate in basketball. I really liked my coaches. I'll shout out Dan Bartholomew and Frank Brandon. They were great coaches. Just looking up, being younger, looking up at the high school kids, just like, that how it is today. It was, it's
The
good.
footwork has to help you, though. I mean, did it playing basketball help you as a guard?
Yeah, I definitely think it did. Made me more athletic. And having playing, year round, because, I did play AAU basketball, and, I think I actually did a track in high school too. So for 1 year.
You ran it too. You weren't throwing shots, but you were running it.
I did shot put.
Oh, you did? Okay. But you also ran, right?
I actually ran on a 200 meter or whatever, 200 yard.
Okay.
And I actually got under 30 seconds at the time. I was dead.
Okay.
I'm like, why did I do this?
I mean, for that size, that's chugging a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
Your brother, Chris, also had a battle with cancer. First of all, how is he? And secondly, what impact did that have on you?
Yeah, it was tough. I found out, I think my junior year, maybe. He told me right before a game, and, I was broken down. I didn't really have a lot of, of exposure to, cancer. I knew what it was, but I didn't know dealing with it firsthand. And, yeah, it was tough. But he fought through it and is cured, is doing good, doing well. And, yeah.
I just got a couple more for you. You have a couple of Buckeyes here, Curtis, Terry, and Chase. I know they came after you, but how do you, I know a lot of guys go back to Columbus to work out and all that. Do you have a relationship with any of those guys? Do you know
yeah, Curtis, I know, Samuel. I played with him in Carolina.
Oh, that's right. You would have played that. Okay, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, just being Buckeyes, we can tell stories and, stuff like that. And, being from the same college, I've had it happen before, and, it's great, help out any way I can, with my Buckeye brothers, and just like with any other of my other teammates, we can tell, we came from, basically the same place. So, which that's pretty neat.
Well, and as I told you before we came out here, obviously that's where I went to school as well. So
yeah, right.
That late November game is always like, it's always nice when that goes the right way, the way it's supposed to, supposed to. But
right.
Yeah, but not last year, but we'll move on. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think on our Zoom with you earlier, JP Finley brought up the antler chandelier. Is there a story behind that? Are you an outdoorsman, or is it just decoration?
Yeah, I like, decoration. I like being outdoors, and, something maybe I'll get into maybe when I retire, like hunting and stuff, and, really like, basically being a, conservationist and, stuff like that, because, it's amazing nature, Mother Nature, and, just being outdoors and, enjoying that outdoor, I guess, sportsman, thing. And I think it looks pretty cool.
It does look pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the Jacksonville experience like last year? I mean, you had played for Urban in college, and then last year, you hear all sorts of things. What was that experience like?
With me, personally, I got a bias. I played for him in college, and he helped me out. Definitely when he coached at Ohio State for getting me ready to play in the NFL, and he had a really big impact on me in college to get to where I was. He laying the bricks with him, Coach Meyer, and Mickey Marotti, the strength coach, and all the strength coaches there. Really played a big role and to help me with my opportunity. And I have nothing but great things to say. And that's where I'm going to leave that. And I'm just really looking in the front mirror. I'm not looking behind. And I'm just ready to look forward to be a commander. And I'm really fired up about this opportunity.
Last thing, your foundation, you have the Andrew Norwell Foundation. You want to give people a little bit of feel for what it is that you want to do, that you do with the foundation.
Yeah. So everywhere I played and lived, we try to help block child hunger. This is very sentimental, with me, growing up with a big family, you always rush around the food and hurry up and eat your first plate and try to get your second plate. and just helping out kids, the youth. I think that's great, point, help underprivileged families, with we do a lot of work with food banks. There's already this structure in place which helping families and kids out, and we just want to add to that, that structure that's already in place, and and just come up with block child hunger, and it's been great. My wife runs it full time, and we had a lot of impact in Jacksonville, really much, and and Cincinnati, obviously, Ohio, and North Carolina, and looking forward to doing it in Washington metro area as well, and continue that, and just something I'm passionate about, help out kids, so yeah.
Where can they just go to AndrewNorwellFoundation.com? Is that where people could go if they wanted to help out?
You can go there, you can donate. I think we have an email on there. You can post suggestions, comments, concerns, and we try to help out the best we can in communities.
Awesome. Andrew, thank you very much, man. This was great. I appreciate
thank you. Yeah, I appreciate talking to you. And go Bucks.
There you go, OH.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. With LinkedIn becoming #1 in B2B display advertising in the US, you've got a great advantage. With their tools, you can stand out against your competitors while nurturing customer relationships and growing your brand. So scale your marketing and grow your business with LinkedIn advertising. As a thank you to their customers for helping them grow 3 times faster than the competition, LinkedIn is offering a $100 credit on your next campaign. Just go to linkedin.com/marketing.
This episode is brought to you by Simple Mobile. Tired of being tied down with a wireless contract? Switch to Simple Mobile and stay connected on a powerful nationwide 5G network. Unlimited talk, text, and data starts at $30 a month with no contracts, activation fees, or credit checks. Visit simplemobile.com today. Out with the old, in with the simple. Compatible 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. 5G network not available in all areas. 1 month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at simplemobile.com.
College basketball fans, join the action on the court during the biggest tournament of the year with Draftkings Sportsbook. Turn your team's victory into your own big win. New customers can bet $5 on any team to win and get $250 in free bets if they do. It is that simple. If they win, you win. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still join the college hoops action with Draftkings Pools. Everyone can play free pools all March long for a shot at a share of over $250,000 in prizes. Simply join a pool and answer questions like who will make it to the next round and who will hit the most three-pointers, then track your results. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code KEIM, K-E-I-M. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $250 in free bets if they do. If they win, you win with promo code KEIM this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and over, restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
That's it for this episode. Thanks to Andrew for joining me, and thank you, as always, for listening. I'll be back with another episode on Monday. Talk to you next time.